welcome to the deadline day preview. And what a dry deadline day it's been. Really, really terrible deadline day. Doesn't hit the same without Jim White on Sky with his bright yellow tie. It's just not the same. And on the City front, well, put it this way. The fact we're leaving everything to be announced in the last 3 hours is abysmal. Could have at least stuck Jadon Philogene on this morning. Come on. Give us something. Give us something, City. Come on. Two sources close to the club in the local area, in Matt Dean from the BBC and Baz Cooper, have said that an announcement is coming shortly across all of today. So why are we going to wait until 10 o'clock to announce the first one, 10:30 to announce the second, and 11 o'clock to announce the third? I can guarantee that's what we'll do, because that's what we did with Darlow, with Harry Vaughan, etc. in January, and I can guarantee you it's what we're going to do again. We're going to wait until the very last minute, and then we'll announce them, because why would we do it any other way? Not drip feeding us Philogene in sort of mid-afternoon, 3-4 o'clock time. And, then coming back in a little bit later, maybe about 8-9 o'clock with Tyler Morton or James Fairlong if they're ready. If not, fine. Wait till 10-11 o'clock. I get medicals have got to be done. I get things have got to be signed. The Tyler Morton one is very complex because the buy-in deal for João Palhinha is off, which could affect the Liverpool Gravenberch deal, which will probably have some bearing on whether we get Tyler Morton or not. But come on. Give us something throughout the day instead of just saying, yeah, we're letting Ryan and Brandon go. My mate has a theory that the mystery signing, Baz Cooper mentioned a mystery signing that looks very unlikely because it's got a lot of moving parts and we need one club to sign one player to let another player leave. And then once that other player's left and joined their second club, we can sign someone for a third, effectively, domino effect. But my mate has a theory that it's KLP. Because they're signing Mope and they were linked with Bakayoko from PSV, that it could have been KLP on loan. I don't think it's Keno, I'll be honest. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if that one goes. I don't think that one will come off. But Lee, I do think Philogene will happen. I think that is all signed, sealed, delivered. And I hope it does. I so hope it does. Because, well, let's just say if it doesn't and we've all got this excited 2 weeks before the end of the window to get him in, I'm going to be very, very, very disappointed. Deadline day, well, I try, Ashton, I try, but there's very little to keep you up to date with at the moment. Just look at Twitter. Jadon Philogene, James Fairlong, Tyler Morton, possibly one more. Just hang on, my phone is going mad. Let me turn Do Not Disturb on. Because like today, work-related things, we've got a lot going on with something that I've posted a lot about on my Instagram recently, working for Aspire and our new website, which we're getting a lot of good stuff from. So the Instagram's been doing quite well today and stuff like that. Plus it's deadline day. Plus just other stuff going on. Yeah, phone is busy, but we're going to leave it on Do Not Disturb for now, just while we do this. Hi Jensen. Hi Gaming with Logan. Hi Jeff. Hi Shocks. Ollie, your flag. I saw it earlier in the week. Very smart flag. Like it. Longman has indeed gone. Hopefully it's 8 p.m. Hopefully. 7:30. Has there been a teaser posted on Twitter? Nope, the only Twitter notification I've got is a message. Excuse me. Yeah, so we're gonna need for that surprise secret deal to come off, we're gonna need a lot of things to fall into place correctly, and that one's gonna go right up until the deadline, right as they call it, to the wire. So yeah, it's not going to be 7:30. I don't think. I think City will tease Philogene because look at all that's happened. Look how big a signing it is. We can't not tease him. Theo, hi. Logan, you should know by now. You've got to wait until the end for that. I suspect mystery might be KLP, but I'm always wrong. Bless you, Jeff. Surprise signing of Eden Hazard. God, don't want to imagine what money he'd be on. But yeah, so I also hope that, Alex. I also hope that. We will get into a little bit of transfer news briefly. So, of course, today already, Ryan Longman and Brandon Fleming have left the football club on loan. One to Millwall, one to Shrewsbury. Also expected to leave, Oscar Estupinian. He's expected to go on loan to FC Metz, follow Benjamin Tete there for the season. It's reported we're getting 2 million loan fee plus a 5 million option for FC Metz to make that transfer permanent come the end of his loan. We have missed out on Keenan Davis, but Oscar at the moment still looks as though he is on his way. Although usually the French window shuts at a different time to us. I'm not sure whether it's earlier or later or whatever, but usually it shuts at a different time to our window. Oscar going out to FC Metz because Benjamin Tete has picked up an injury, which is unfortunate for him. Also, rumours earlier in the week that Harry Vaughan and Xavier Simons were going to go out on loan. Quiet on the Simons front as of yet, but I spoke to Harry Vaughan in person the other day. I asked him about those rumours and he said to me, no, mate, all false rumours. And Harry Vaughan is staying here. Praise the Lord. There are also suggestions that now we've brought Ryan Alsop in, Timothy Lottatala and or David Robson will go out on loan. I think Lottatala will be the first one to leave if a loan move happens. I'll be honest, because he's got a brighter future at this football club for me anyway than Dave Robson. Sorry, Dave. He's not watching. I think Tim's ceiling is higher than Dave Robson's. So they'll want to get him out like they have done with Cartwright and get him some experience. Any more that might go out on loan? Maybe a couple from the academy. We might see the likes of Jevon Mills perhaps going out on loan. Maybe Ollie Green. I don't think we'll see Henry Sandat going. And I think if Lottatala or Robson go out on loan, I think Owen Foster will stay. I don't think Owen Foster would have gone out anyway, to be fair. Vaughan Colville's another one that possibly might go to get him playing regular football again after his injury this time last year. As for the rest, who knows? There's a lot of new arrivals in the under-21s this year, so I doubt we'll see major movement. Dokan Sinek has been in full training and Rasinha's talking up his return now. So I don't think Dokan Sinek will be leaving. Also, nothing on Aliyar Sayadmanesh at the moment either. Who are the strikers at the club if Oscar leaves then? Connolly, Delap, and in the academy, Henry Sandat, Jim Sims, and Tyrell Sellers-Fleming. I think Sims and Sandat are more than capable of being third choice if we need them to fill in. I think when Oscar, Tete, and Connolly were all injured at the back end of last season, I think it was unfortunate that Jim Sims was injured, because I think he'd have got a chance. He's a brilliant, brilliant young striker, and I think he can feel hard done by due to the fact that Henry Sander has come into the under-21s and has dropped Sims to the bench immediately after scoring the amount of goals he did last season. Sims had a brilliant season and would have got more had it not been for his injury. And I think him and Sander are more than capable of being third, fourth choice strikers to fill in if need be. Hopefully, though, we don't need them to, like we did last season when we had all of our first team strikers at once injured. To be fairly, I think the training ground will be quite quiet at the moment. I think a lot of the dealings, if they're going to get done, will be done at the stadium and stuff like that. Although you might see a couple at the training ground medical-wise, but who knows? I think I'd expect stadium at this point, because media pictures in the tunnel and stuff like that, because that's how they've done them on the big screen and what have you this year. Harry Vaughan should go on loan, says Logan. I disagree. I think Harry is more than capable of being our first choice left winger this year. I'll be honest. With Tufan, we'll touch on Tufan in a second, but with Tufan injured and Lakilo just coming back, I think Traore will stay wide this weekend. Twine will move into the middle, and Harry Vaughan will come in on the left. I just don't think any of these deadline day deals will be ratified in time. Philogene is the one, if it's going to be, out of any of the three of them that are expected to come in, Philogene will be the one that's most likely. But I don't think he'll have been able to train with the team yet. He wasn't training with them yesterday, because I know someone who has family living at the church, in a house that has a garden that backs onto the training ground. So they were sat in a little clearing in the trees at the end watching training, and Philogene wasn't there. So I don't think any of the deadline day arrivals will be added straight into that team. 10 p.m. French window closes, so we should have some confirmation on Oscar if it's going to happen in the next 2.5 hours. Tyler Morton, it's moving along. It's still live at the moment. I'll check for an update. No update at the moment on anything. Is Ndidi leaving Leicester? I don't think so. Typical window for City, just waiting. I mentioned Tufan a couple of seconds ago, and Ozan Tufan is in major doubt for the trip to the King Power Stadium with a thigh problem picked up in training this week, troubling our top scorer. Jason Lakilo and Louis Coyle are both available after picking up minor knocks. Lakilo was out the matchday squad totally because of it. Louis got subbed off. Dokan Sinic's shoulder is back in training and he's closing in on a return, but both him and Greg Doherty with his knee problem remain unavailable for selection this weekend. Doherty will need about another 2.5 weeks before he's back in training. Dokan Sinic, he partook in a practice match that they did on Tuesday, and Liam Rossini said he came through that really, really well. Epidemic of chewed fingernails. Nice one, Jeff. I like that. Let's get rattling through this, shall we? Because, hopefully there'll be an announcement at 8 o'clock, which I need to rush off and record. But at the moment, unlikely. Referee is John Busby. 2 liners are Richard Wilde and Ian Cooper. The referee is Sebastian Stocksbridge. Stats from our last game against Bristol City. We had a lot of the ball, but shot count, they were ahead of us. More on target, though. I like that. Passing accuracy, good. But yeah, it could have been better, could have been worse, Bristol City. Ultimately, I think a point was probably fair. Right then, head-to-head, Leicester. Oh my Lord, is this team stacked? So, in Leicester's last game, it was not the 2-0 win over Tranmere, is it? We'll go to the 2-1 win over Rotherham. In goal, they had Mads Hermansen. The back four, God, this team is stacked. It was Wout Faes and Yannick Vestergaard, the 2 centre-halves. Callum Doyle and Ricardo Pereira, the fullbacks. Midfield three of Wilfred and Didi. This team is mad. This team is so mad. Harry Winks and signing Cesare Casedi is a great signing for them, by the way. And Cairn and Dewsbury Hall. Mad that Boubakary Samare is not selected. I'm not sure if that's injury related or what. But yeah, wow. And then their front three was is McAteer on there? Yeah, Casey McAteer, Steffi Mavadidi, and Kalechi Iheanacho, with on the bench Jamie Vardy, Cesare Casedi, Patson Daka not selected. I'm not sure if that's injury related or what. They've signed Yunus Akjun this week as well. It's such a mad team. Connor Cody as well. I think he must be injured. Harry Sutar too. This is a mad team. If I just take you through what their team was against Tranmere, they had Stolicic in goal, back three nuts of Wout Faes, James Justin, and Callum Doyle. Holding midfield two of Harry Winks and Hamza Chowdhury. Attacking midfield two of Cairn and Dewsbury Hall and Cesare Casedi. Albrighton and Mavadidi on the wings and Vardy up top. And Didi coming off the bench. Akjun coming off the bench. It's so mad. It doesn't get a tougher test than this in the Championship this season. It simply does not get more difficult. Sadly, I'm not going tomorrow. I couldn't make this one, but I'll be watching it. Vinagre is fit, as is Alayar Syed Manesh. Quickly check Twitter. Anything? Ooh, what's this? Baz Cooper has just tweeted, I knew it. As soon as my Chinese arrived, things would start to happen. Ooh, what's going on here? Let's hope Baz will spring roll into action. Well, hey. And let's see where this goes. I think I need to take my phone off Do Not Disturb again now. Because it seems like things are happening again. Let me clear all my remaining notifications. Things are happening. I'm putting it, oh my God, on Twitter. Philogene is trending. What? Oh my God. Oh, someone's just replied to Baz on Twitter. Jaden Philogene's just delivered your Chinese, hasn't he? That is brilliant. Baz Cooper. Yes! Jaden Philogene's move from Aston Villa has been given the green light and we're expecting an announcement imminently. Come on. Come on. I need to rattle through the rest of this now. I'm going to have a reaction video to record in either 15 or 25 minutes. Oh my word. Right, let's get moving through this, shall we? Things are moving! Get in! And I need to turn a light on it. It's getting dark at 7:30 again now, and I'm not happy at all. Not happy at all. I did see the lap got into the England squad. Yes, Sue. Leicester predicted team there from Ollie. City predicted team there from Ollie. Bold claim having Henry Sandat in there. Very bold. Current form. Here we go. God, I'm out of breath. Once it lets me share this, we'll start with Leicester. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 Carabao Cup wins. First against Burton and then against Tranmere, both by a scoreline of 2-0. beat Huddersfield 1-0, beat Cardiff 2-1, and beat Rotherham 2-1. City 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Defeat to Norwich and defeat to Donny, then win, and a draw. Not doing badly at all. We'll take that. That's a solid start to the season. Morton and Fairlong, they'll be just waiting on medicals and people travelling up and stuff like that. That's all it'll be. That's all that the hold up will be on them. On to the league table, where, again, I still don't think you can get a fully representative picture, but Leicester and Norwich will no doubt be up there later in the season. So will Southampton. Birmingham have had a good transfer window. I think we'll stick around here. Leeds will climb inevitably, but down at the bottom, I think Sheffield Wednesday will be stuck around there. Huddersfield 2. Middlesbrough will surely climb up, although they have lost a lot of their players from last season. Rotherham, I think, will still be down there. Swansea, perhaps 2. QPR, although they've somehow got a win on the board. Sunderland will surely rise up from where they are. Yeah. You can't really get a representative picture at this stage. Around the grounds on Championship match day number 5. The early kickoff is Birmingham versus Millwall tomorrow, where Ryan Longman could make his Millwall debut out on loan. There is also, there are a number of early kickoffs. Sunderland versus Southampton, that's going to be the Ross Stewart and Patrick Roberts derby, I feel. And Swansea versus Bristol City, little derby down there as well. 3 o'clock kickoffs are all the rest of the games, and they are as follows. Coventry City versus Watford, West Bromwich Albion versus Huddersfield Town. Baz has just said Tyler Morton is all done and dusted too, which is good. Stoke City versus Preston North End, Rotherham United versus Norwich City, Plymouth Argyle versus Blackburn Rovers, Middlesbrough versus QPR, Leicester versus us, Leeds versus Sheffield Wednesday, and Ipswich Town versus Cardiff City. Things are moving now. Tyler Morton done and dusted. Can judge where we'll be after 10 games. Yeah. I'd agree. City fans from Slovakia, thank you for watching, mate. Any news about Oscar? Expected to leave, but nothing from local sources this morning. That's probably to be expected because a lot of that book will probably be on people in France getting that move all done. I think Huddersfield go down Warnock, not too happy with the owner. Ollie says that it will be a 4-3 Hull City win. Jesus. How you doing, Jensen? Ollie, playoff soon. Chef Wednesday going down. Baz ducking into the transfer news. I like that. Memorable match. It's only going to be one in it. Doublebicyclekick.com. Diamande or Hernandez. We still don't know who properly scored that. And Robert Snodgrass goals gave us the win that day when we had 13 fit outfield senior players. Wow. In fact, no, it was just 13 fit senior players, wasn't it? It was the 11 there, Kushak and Maloney. Mad. The team, Mahrez, by the way, scored for Leicester, penalty from the penalty spot, but then Snodgrass gave us the lead 10 minutes after that. Labosh. Team that day, Elvin Jakupovic in goal, back for Ahmed El Mohammadi, Jake Livermore at centre-half in the early season. He did really well there. Curtis Davis and Andy Robertson. Midfield 3 of Myla Huddleston Clucas. Snodgrass and Adama Diamande, the wingers, with Abel Hernandez up top. On the bench, Dusan Kushak, Sean Maloney, Josh Tyman, Jared Bowen, wearing number 29, Greg Lua, Greg Ollie, and Josh Claxton as well, with Mike Phelan in temporary charge of the Tigers at that time. And the last time we played Leicester was in 2017. I think it is worth noting as well, just going back to the memorable match, that's still the only time the defending champions have been beaten on the opening day. And we hold that. A squad of 13 players thick of newly promoted Hull City with an interim manager holds that. Last time out, 3-1 defeat at the KP. Sam Clucas gave us the lead after about 15 minutes. Then Christian Fuchs, Riyad Mahrez, and a Tom Huddleston own goal saw us off. And the team that day was Eldin Jakupovic in goal. Look at how different this team is, by the way, to the one that played them on the opening day. El Mohammadi at right back, still the same. But Ranocchia and Maguire now were the two centre-halves. Andy Robertson still at left back. Midfield three, Huddleston and Clucas still in there, but Alfred and Dye getting added in there as well. Front three, totally different. Lazar Markovic, Kamil Grzycki and Umar Nias up top. The bench, David Marshall, the goalkeeper, David Myler, Abel Hernandez, Omar El Abdellawi, Sean Maloney, Adama Diamande, and Josh Timon under Marco Silva. Leicester were the ones with an interim manager in charge at that time. That was an experience, wasn't it? That season was interesting for all parties. And let's move on to the record finally. Any teaser tweets from Hull City yet? Philogene has just signed. He's been at the stadium. Someone has spotted him at the stadium. Okay. The record obviously started off Leicester City, then moving to Leicester Fosse, then back to Leicester City. Most recent, in fact, we've won 30, drawn 24, lost 27. I get the feeling it might turn into lost 28 after tomorrow. We have actually won 2 of our last 3 against them, one of those being on penalties in the League Cup. But out of the last 5, 1-1 in 90 minutes, 1-1, drawn 2, lost 2. 28th of December 2014 was this one. Abel Hernandez debuting some hair extensions that game after being bald the week before. Then drew 0-0 at the KP later that season. We got relegated and played Leicester in the Carabao. No, then it was the Capital One Cup, wasn't it? And we won on penalties. Then the Premier League season, beaten 2-1 on the opening day, beating the champions, and then lost 3-1 to them in what turned out to be a relegation 6-pointer. Shared shirts, I could have picked numerous. I could have picked Gary Taylor-Fletcher. I could have picked Harry Maguire. I could have picked David Stockdale. But I have gone for Eldin Jakupovic. Signed for us in 2012, left us in 2017 after making 53 appearances for us between the sticks. Left us to join Leicester when we were relegated from the Premier League. Only played the 4 times for them. I believe I could also use Yaka for shared shirts if we play Everton later this season, or if they're in the Championship next year. Which is more likely, us getting Everton in the Cup again or them being relegated? I think the second one. Debut for Philogene against Cov, definitely. Score prediction, Ollie, stick around for about another 10 minutes max, and you'll know that. What your thoughts on Oscar? Personally, I've never rated him. I rate Oscar. Sometimes you just need a born goal scorer, and I think that's why I would like to keep him around. However, I do understand that having Oscar sat on the bench for a year means his stock will decrease if we want to get rid of him in a year's time, and we'll lose money. So getting him out now, 2 million loan fee as reported, and also as reported, 5 million buy option. Better than holding on to him for a year. Much better. Much better getting some money for him if the intention is to let him go. Anyway, right. Bloody hell, phone's blowing up. Phone is blowing up. And what's next? Predicted team, here we go. In a 4-4-1-1, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, 4-3-3, whatever it is Rosinier feels like playing. Ingram in goal, at right back, Captain Louis Coyle, 2 centre-halves, Alfie Jones and Jacob Greaves. At left back, I think Ruben Vinagre will come in. Holding midfield, Seri, central midfield, Regan Slater and Scott Twine moving into the middle. On the right, Adama Traore. On the left, Harry Vaughan. And up top, Liam Delap. the bench. Ryan Alsop, I've put number 17 there because that's what he was wearing in the press conference yesterday. In terms of on above the Kappa logo here, he had the number 17, so I think he is taking that. Sean McLaughlin, Aliyah Syed Manesh, Xavier Simons, that's 4 in it. Xavier Simons, Jason Lakilo, Andy Smith, Cyrus Christie, Henry Sandat, and Aaron Connolly as well. I don't think he'll take the risk with Aaron Connolly just yet, especially with him going away on international duty. I think Rossini will want to just make sure he doesn't get injured. Yeah, nice. Predicted score, I'm going to be honest, I think we're going to lose. But I don't think it'll be a walkover for Leicester. I think it will be a 2-1 defeat, but I do think we'll give a good account of ourselves. Put your score predictions in the chat. And meanwhile, I will check all this stuff. Oh, Bentos on Twitter is brilliant. I think something's happening, but got nought to announce. Breaking news. Love it. Oh, wow. Baz and Mike White, by the way, are both debating food. Mike White says, seems Chinese is the food of choice for those of us in Deadline Day Brigade. Managed to get mine down me, though. Mike White said he had salt and pepper chicken with rice and noodles. Baz Cooper said it was chicken satay before it went cold and froze. Bless him. Bless him. Baz gets a lot of bad press, but he is the closest thing him and Mike at BBC are the closest we'll get to sources from the club directly, and they are usually right. Let's get some score predictions in then, shall we? Wally Daft says Leicester 3, Hull City 1. Ollie says we'll lose 2-0. Theo says 2-all. Gaming with Logan 3-1 Leicester. Jeff 3-all. Jensen 3-2 or 3-3. Ollie says 2-1. City Delap and Oscar scoring for City, with Pats and Daka scoring for Leicester. And then, he's changed his mind. 3-2 City. Coyle Slater, Cyrus Christie scoring. Neil says draw 2-2. And Hob de Rodner, I'm not sure if I've got that right, says 1-0 City. Henry Sandat scoring on debut in the 90 plus 11 in the 101st minute. That's bold. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll be staying awake tonight past the deadline. So if anything happens, you'll get my reaction as soon as I can get it to you. Nice. It might end up, some of them, they might be from the Portaloo outside in the building site that is my garden at the moment, depending on what rooms are in use in the house and how quiet I need to be. But yeah, thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you all for hopefully 3, maybe 4 signing announcements tonight, and possibly 1 or 2 more departures as well. We'll finish off with, no, I'm not there tomorrow. Sadly not. Thank you for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you later tonight. Goodbye.